Hi and welcome to Gamers Web. My name is Mark and today I'm going to look through the Strontium Dog role-playing supplement for the Judge Dredd and the Worlds of 2000 AD role-playing game by the guys over at EM Publishing. This is the first standalone supplement that's not Dredd related for the game and was teased over a year ago when the game was went to Kickstarter. So 2 years ago, September 2018, it went to Kickstarter and was successfully funded. And this is the first standalone product. Now, first things first, please forgive the setup. I'm not in my usual place because I used to do these from work. I'm no longer working in the same company, so now I'm having to do things from home. And I wanted to get this out of the way. Whilst the product's still fresh. Okay, so got a great bit of artwork on the front cover by Carlos Esquera, who is the co-creator of Judge Dredd and Strontium Dog, along with his other co-creator, John Wagner. Okay, so let me try and read this blurb. I'll just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Okay, Johnny Alpha, the bounty hunter. Johnny Alpha and the bounty hunters of a search and destroy agency hunt their targets relentlessly across the galactic frontier. Mutants all, humanity relies heavily upon these Strontium Dogs to root out the deadliest of criminals and keep the fringes of the galaxy safe. For the SD agents, it's a thankless task that often sends them into mortal danger on a strange and bizarre worlds, or even across time, to bring in the worst villains in history has to offer. Step into the doghouse, polish your SD badge, and take your place alongside famous agents such as Johnny Alpha, Wolf Sternhammer, Durham Red, to await your next contract. Taken from the very same hallowed comic book pages as Judge Dredd, Strontium Dog steps into the year 2180 and offers an entire galaxy as a playground, with character careers for SD agents, unique equipment like the variable cartridge blaster, the time bomb and time drug, and a gazetteer of Galaxy and the guide to creating new and exciting locations, sample contracts, and adventure seeds, plus a whole host of adversaries and allies. This supplement provides an entirely new way to explore the Judge Dredd and Worlds of 2000 AD role-playing game, requires the use of Judge Dredd and Worlds of 2000 AD core rulebook. It's by EM Publishing, What's Old is New, which is the core system for this game, 2000 AD, and Rebellion. Okay, so just zoom back out a little bit. There we go. Like I say, you have to please forgive me and bear with me. I'm going to try and find a better spot in the house to actually do this. This is where the better light is. Okay, so bit of background before I just begin. Strontium Dog started life in the comic book Warlord, which was a sister comic to 2000 AD, way back in the 1970s. Warlord only ran for 32 issues and was cancelled, but a couple of the stories made it over from Warlord into 2000 AD, and the one that survived the most and became the most popular one was Strontium Dog. It's set after a proposed World War III that happens towards the end of the 1990s. There's a World War III, and it leads to lots of shenanigans going on. Sorry, it's not in the 1990s, it's later than that. In the 1990s, England and Great Britain get invaded by a Soviet-style people called the Volgons, and they lay occupation to Great Britain, which seeds further things going down the line that lead to the Atomic War. It's not the same Atomic War that happens in 2000 AD, although the characters do show a similar timeline. Right, anyway, we'll just jump straight in. Okay, so we have got more artwork of Strontium Dog. Now, I do like the fact that the guys over at EM Publishing use a lot of the artwork from 2000 AD. They've got access to it, and I like the shout out on every page. The one thing that I thought was missing from this, I mean, it does actually mention him, but I thought it was missing. It would have been nice to actually dedicate this book to Carlos Esquera, because when the Kickstarter launched for the Dredd game, the Kickstarter launched in September of 2018, and Carlos passed away on the 1st of October 2018 whilst the Kickstarter was on, which was like really sad, and it's a terrible blow to the world's art industry and to the comic book industry especially, because Carlos was one of the best comic artists and sequential artists of the 20th century, and into the 21st century, and a really nice gentleman. I mean, anybody who knew Carlos knew that he was a gent. He was a truly nice guy, and he always had time for somebody. Right, okay, so as I said, Strontium Dog, created by Carlos Esquera and John Wagner, the guys behind Judge Dredd, and it's quite fitting that this is the second game that they bring out. One thing I wanted to point out, which I should have done straight away, this is written by 3 people. They've all taken a segment each, which does happen quite a lot in the games industry. Matt Langworthy, Darren Pierce, and John White. I know Mark quite briefly, but John and Darren and John are both friends of mine, and I think you've all done a real brilliant job, guys. Okay, so we have a forward and a picture of Johnny Alpha, and then we go into it's a dog eat dog world, and I'm just going to try to. There we go. So probably a little bit better, I think. Not sure. Trying to get the light right is not easy, because I'm just trying to avoid the glare, but still keep some light so you can actually see what we've got. Okay, dog eat dog world. So this is a little bit of a look at who the Strontium dogs are. Predominantly, the Strontium dogs are mutants taken from Earth, who have given, because mutants don't have rights, they're given the option of becoming a Strontium dog agent or eking out an existence whichever way they can. Most people on Earth who are mutants tend to leave Earth as soon as possible. They tend to be mutated due to the Strontium 90, which is an aftermath of the Atomic War, which is, you know, it can cause pretty severe mutations in real life, Strontium 90, but the mutations in this are quite bizarre, such as, you know, turning somebody into a vampire, rearranging somebody's body features so they've got a head the head is on the knee. Johnny Alpha's got a very strange mutation. One of the characters, Durham Red, is a vampire. But anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So this is a Dog Eat Dog World. This just basically walks you through how to create your character, and then we've got a quick page reference here, which is a really good idea. Quick shout out from Johnny Alpha, where he basically tells you, like, you know, it's a scary universe out there, and then this tells you where you might find the best things that you're looking for at the glance. So if you want to find out mutant careers other than Strontium dogs, it's on page 33 and 34, and then the origins of Strontium dog agents on page 34 and 36. So this is only for the first chapter, really, because the rest of the book is dedicated to equipment, adventure seeds and what have you, as we'll find when we go along. Again, great artwork, Carlos Esquera, my friend Colin McNeil, and then we come to our species. So you can create your character. You can be one of 3 character classes. You can be a human, which is a 4 character classes. You can be a human, which is a bog standard character. Humans don't really have anything special going for them. You can be a mutant, which gives you a completely random characterization. So you could be like Johnny Alpha and be a mutant with X vision and be able to see through walls and stir into people's souls and all sorts of strange stuff. Or you can be a howler, which is like a race of baboon-like creatures. They make great bounty hunters, which what the game is all about is about bounty hunting. And you can also be one of these guys. This is a Gronk. Now, Gronks come from a small world called Blass, and the thing with Gronks is every Gronk is called Gronk. They don't have any other defining features. They are one of the most timid creatures in the universe. They can die very, very easily by having a heart attack because they're so timid. They also make the best medics in the universe. They are like amazing medics, and they also have the ability to eat through most kinds of metal, because that's what they actually use to digest, and their digestive system is in their stomachs. Okay, so that's Gronk. He's a player character. Right, and then we've got a manifestation for your mutations. So if you roll randomly, so you could be a living weapon. You can transform parts of your body, usually hands or feet, into sharp blades. This is often done for extruding the bone from underneath the skin, a bit like Wolverine. And thanks to this mutation, the bone is as strong as steel, sometimes stronger. You can manifest any one-handed blade, melee weapon by spending 2 action points. Cool stuff. That's just a quick glance. Then you've got other different types of mutations. You've got metabolic and physical, and then you've got cosmetic mutations, and I think you also have special mutations. 2-dimensional. You look fairly normal when you're facing a person, but if you stand on your side, you appear to be only a few inches thick. Crazy. Right, and then we've got the Krias for robots. So you've got service robots, heavy labour, social robots, professional robots, expert robots, combat robots, illegal robots. And then quick look here, we've got the Styx brothers. They're not actually, yeah, they could be a character class, I would imagine, but they're a clan of virtually identical mutants. In the comic, there was, I think it was 5 of them in the comic book, and Johnny Alpha killed all of them at one point, but they were not very nice guys. A picture of Johnny Alpha there. Okay, then we've got our careers in Strontium Dog. All the different things you can be other than being a Strontium Dog agent. Okay. And all sorts of things, from a settler to a theme park staff member, a Xeno diplomat. And then you've got mutant careers. And then we have a career path for a Strontium Dog agent. So you've got your origin, which you can generate, your recruitment, and then your various levels to going from rookie to veteran Strontium Dog agent. You got agent in time, because time travel exists in this game, and time weapons are very, very nasty. And then we go along. So we've got a rookie SD agent sample there, search and destroy agent careers. And as I mentioned earlier, it runs parallel to Judge Dredd. So here's a picture from a strip which I think is called The Big Heist, which is basically Johnny Alpha comes to Mega City 1 to apprehend a criminal and tangles with Judge Dredd. And again, this is by my pal Colin McNeil. Really, really cool artwork. Most of the artwork in this is just fantastic, and they've got a really good, having worked on 2000 AD projects in the past, they've chosen some really good artwork to illustrate the book. Okay, so we've got equipment and your weapon, your money, how much credits you start off with, your Westinghouse multivariable cartridge blaster, which is the weapon of choice of Strontium Dog, especially Johnny Alpha. And it's got the Schnick, which is a bit like Wolverine Schnick. And then a full list of different weapons. Johnny Alpha also has melee weapons. He uses Electro-Knocks, which are basically electronic nunchucks, knuckle dusters that go onto his knuckles and deliver an electrical charge. Bombs, devices, and grenades. So from a beam polarizer, which you throw into a room, and anybody who shoots at you, it just attracts the shot directly to them rather than hitting you. And then up to things like a time bomb or a time drogue. Time bombs or time trap. Time bombs have a habit of you throw them at someone, and you can set it for hours, seconds, minutes, hours, weeks, months, days, years for a time bomb. And basically what it does, it actually either throws them forward or backwards in time by the amount you set them. So if you are coming up to somebody and you know you're outnumbered and you're quite lucky, you manage to get a time bomb off, you throw it down and it warps time and will send a small area back or forward in time by the amount that you've actually set, which is quite nasty, because even by going, say, 30 seconds, if you're on a planet, in 30 seconds that planet's going to have moved in its orbit quite considerably, and it could put you hundreds of hundreds of meters, if not miles, away from where you originally were. And if that planet happens to have moved in its spatial coordinates, you might end up in space. So it's quite nasty. Okay, and then we got plots of devices using all the different things like grav chutes and the bombs and what have you, armor. Then we've got the setting, the tome. So this is our background on Johnny Alpha and Strontium dogs. The Wild West feel, which is what seems to be the predominant thing, because a lot of the planets are frontier planets that you visit, and it's got a very much a Wild West thing. You got bounties, how to build your own bounty. So what did they do? What are they doing now? Where are they from? And you can build all that. Ideal for the games master. Got characters like Strontium Dog through the ages. So this gives you a list of things that have happened. So where are we? 1987. Freedom fighters managed to kidnap US President Ronald Reagan and transport him to the year 2187. Right. So that means you've got to go back in time and rescue Ronald Reagan. Johnny Alpha's sidekick is a really tall human called Wolf Sternhammer, who carries a massive hammer around with him, which he calls Der Happy Stick. And that's no exaggeration. It is Der, D-E-R, Happy Stick. And Wolf uses that to great effect to knock his opponents out. Wolf is actually a Viking from 789, something like that, AD, that Johnny met on his time travels and ended up becoming a partner with him. And then we've got a full timeline. Let's have a look. I don't think we got the 20s in here, have we? 20s, no, it goes up to 1987 and then starts jumping forward to the 2100s. Okay, so timeline, and then we've got a quick lowdown of the planets. So we've got Earth, the Doghouse, which is an orbital space station which all the Strontium dogs use. And then we've got lots and lots of different planets and stars, like Blas is the planet of the Gronks, and then you've got Ursa Minor, Cassiopeia, Cygnus 9, Paprika, lots and lots of different planets, and a bit of write-up on them. All these planets have appeared in the comic book. I don't think there's any that's been made up, but they've all appeared in the comics. And then the rest of the Gazetteer, which will give us a quick look at what goes on in the rest of the universe. And here we have Wolf and Johnny just sitting down, looking at a bounty and seeing what they're going to do next. So these are sample contracts. This is just basically adventure hooks. So the first one, and take me out to Paradise City. I'm going to skim through these quite quickly because I don't want to spoil them for anybody. So we're on 4, 5, the Maleficent 7, 6, then bonus bounty, Jubilee Operation, and there will be bounties up on the EM Publishing World's 2000 EU website as well. And then this is our lexicon of all the major characters. So we have Johnny Alpha, Wolf Sternhammer, the Gronk, Blubberlips, Kidney, Maeve the Many-Handed, Midden-Face McNulty, Durham Red, a sample rookie SD agent, a sample rookie veteran agent. Then we have Darkest Howlers, Rogue Bounty Hunter, Slabhead, Styx, Fish Eyes Wagner, Haste Weird, Cuss Weird, and Silent Weird, who are the Weird brothers. And then criminals, we've got Billy Joe, Bobber and the Boys, Cancer, Malik Brood, Max Bobber, Impetigo Jones, Lowdown McPhee, Brute Mosley, Sedan the Demon Maker, Skull Skeelkrig, and then we've also got an Alien Raider, Papa Pokora, Pirate Leader, Space Pirates, and then normal things like Bartender, Dock Worker, Entertainer, Motel owner, CGC Officer, Creeler Officer, Creeler Uniform, Creeler Officers twice for some reason, Normal Civilian and Police Officer. So those are just the sample things. Then we've got other aliens and supernatural. I have noticed, though, quickly looking through this, that there's a couple of characters that are missing. One of the main characters that are missing is Feral. But I think they're taking this in the chronological order of the comic, which is what they're doing with the Dread comic. the Dread role-playing game, sorry. And we have Durham Red. She's the vampire. She ends up being totally thrown out of time and ends up in the far, far future, unfortunately. So she's only with Johnny Alpha for a wee while. And then these are the Howlers. They're like the best trackers in the universe, the Styx brothers. As you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 of them there. I'm not exactly sure exactly how many there are. I think there was 5. I'll have to read through it. Good thing to do for the miniatures if you want to use miniatures of your game. Warlord Games do an absolutely excellent range of 2000 AD miniatures. Predominantly Judges for the Judge Dredd miniature game, but they also do Strontium Dog miniatures from the Strontium Dog game that they did 2 years ago, and they are perfect for it. And there's so many science fiction figures you can get. Also, if you've got access to a 3D printer, there are a lot of really cool STL files for aliens are out there, and mutants and what have you. Okay, so this is just a quick look through. There's Max Bubba, who is not very nice. He's actually responsible for the death of Wolf Sternhammer. So obviously he's not the best, or he's on Johnny Alpha's Christmas card list. He doesn't like him at all. And then we got more and more stuff, loads more cool artwork, lots of Carlos Esquire artwork, and as I say, the majority of this is just all your NPCs. Then we've got our index at the back, which is fantastic, and then we have our if I can just turn the page, we have our character sheets, which is I'll go into depth on the actual review of how the game plays, but if you've played any of the What's Old Is New, you should find it quite easy to get into. And then there's a quick blurb about the other products, which is Lunar War, Robot Wars, and the Dread Core game. And that's the end of that. So many thanks to Russell and the guys over at EN Publishing for sending me this to review. This is just a quick look through. I've got a full review, which I'm in the process of finishing writing up. But with a 4-year-old at home, it's been quite difficult. But now he's at school, because he started school on last week, it might be a little bit easier. Anyway, I'm waffling too much. Once again, thanks very much to the guys at EN Publishing for this. And this is available now to buy from our good friends at EN Publishing and all good stockists of role-playing games around the world. You do need the Judge Dredd and Worlds of 2000 AD to actually play this game, so bear that in mind. It's also available in PDF format from drivethrough.com and on the EN Publishing website. Links to everything will be down below. All I can say is thanks for tuning in, and happy bounty hunting. And if you like this video, it's a little bit long and a little waffly, but if you like it, please give me a like, and comments are always welcome. And why not drop a subscribe to Gamers Web, and check out our webpage as well. I've been Mark. No matter where you are in the world, please stay safe and happy gaming.